Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your Akashic Records reading for the month of June. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Carrie. I am an intuitive and Akashic Records and also a tarot reader, and I'm really excited to do your reading for this month. So just as we should probably let you know, if you're new to my channel especially, I do a lot of Akashic Records work, and there's many reasons for that. And for your reading today, really, it gives you the bird's eye view from this perspective of the soul of what's happening in your life. So we're going to be able to get a very in-depth look. Sometimes past life information comes up. I also am a medium, so I talk to ancestors, guides, your higher self. So it gives a lot of perspective. So I wanted to dive in. This is really interesting because I laid a lot of cards out before. I'm starting to do that now when I'm doing these readings lately, and I'm liking it because I'm tapping into a blueprint in your energy for right now. And again, if this resonates, fantastic. If it doesn't, you can just release it. And these are always timeless. You can come back to them. So this is a newer deck for me. It's one of the most gorgeous decks I've ever had. It's called the Heavenly Bodies Astrology deck. It is by Lily Ashwell. It is absolutely splendid. If you're even remotely interested in astrology, or even if you like just reading tarot, I would highly recommend it. So the interesting thing is they wanted me to use these cards for your reading, which are our astrology-based cards. And so, but the way they want me to do it has to do with energy and characteristics of the signs, of the houses, of the transits, and things like that. So I'm gonna play with it. The other thing is, I know that it's your month right now, right? You were in Gemini season, so there's a lot of energy that's swirling around you as it is. So let's just see where we go. This is really interesting because representative of you in this moment is the fifth house. Now, the fifth house, as we know, has to do with play, children, passion, confidence, and creativity. And there's this gorgeous little bird sitting here at the top of this, right? Singing these beautiful notes like a songbird and communicating out what it wants to the world. And the energy that I'm hearing is actually this beautiful tradition, which is known as call and response. I want to say, I think it is based on a Sufi tradition, but I could be wrong. But it's this beautiful act that someone who has been appointed in that tradition to, as a spiritual leader, what they do is they sing a song to an audience, and the audience sings it back. And that's why they call it call and response. So it's, I put it out to the world, it comes back to me. I put it out to the world, it's like a prayer. And that's what I'm getting right now. And I feel as though this is all about, for you, this frequency of, again, of play, of ease, of delight, and really trying to live right now from that place of ease, wanting not to have as much stress in your life, wanting to, again, take it easy, but also with all the different parts of your life and the different things you have going on, there's a deep intention right now, Gemini, of really being conscious of your thoughts, conscious of your communication, conscious of how your energy is. And there's a lot going on in the throat chakra. I will tell you that. A lot going on. So the fifth chakra is that chakra of communication. It's also one of your chakras, very much connected in with Archangel Gabriel, communication. Now, here's the thing that's challenging that right in this moment. It could be a challenge, but it could be a support for you. And that is the energy of Pisces coming in, right? So we know that if you have that anywhere in your chart, or this is just coming through as an element, okay? So know that. Intimacy, intuition, and compassion. So here's what I'm getting. It's complex. So as you're opening up, as you're trying to be more in the moment, one of the things that tends to snag you is you get a little caught up in the people around you's issues, their trauma dramas, their challenges. And although this is incredible to be a compassionate soul, the thing that I see that you've had to work on is not to get sucked up in it. not to get derailed from where you are, and just to take it for what it is, take it in, have compassion, but then move on. So that is a bit of a distraction energy for you. So be aware of that this month, and know that, I mean, where you're headed with your manifestation of having this experience of, again, wanting to be more at ease, wanting to be more playful, wanting to create from a place of abundance, flow, things like that. It can go off the rails if you get caught up in other people's issues. I'm hearing lead from a place of neutrality and compassion. So what's underneath all this? Like, what is in your subconscious? So we have, actually, the interesting one is the first house, which is at the basis of this, which we have individuality, right? Self-image and approach to life. So there's a foundational thing. Your energy is really got a very, when I'm in the energy, because one of the ways, if you're new to the way I scan essentially the collective as a body of which I'm connecting with. That's part of what I do as an energy reader. So when I'm in there, I'm also connecting in with your chakras and where your aura is, how things are coming through to you, how things are flowing, if something's blocked. And many of you are working on that first chakra. So that is grounding, that is having a solid foundation, that is creating a life in the physical that you desire. So that is all connected in with you enjoying life more and manifesting from that place. That's really what I'm getting. Continuing on with where this is all led. So this started recent with this Pluto energy. Like the death card, right? So it's this Pluto energy of transform, must change, must release. I'm happy for you, actually, because for me, this means that change is coming, change is here. I'm hearing liberation. You know, when we let go of these old ways of doing things, when we move more into a divine alignment, you know, the divine feminine alignment, we are in a place of happiness, and that being aware that in the releasing and the destruction of old patterns, we do let go of things, and we have side effects. So we'll feel more tired. We will feel a level of exhaustion. We'll also probably feel the anxiety as it's moving out of our space. I know I have felt that a lot over the last week or so. I've been releasing a lot of anxious energy just out of my aura. It's been quite something. I've had to do quite a bit of work, energy work on myself. And I don't know if this is something you can relate to, but it's definitely here. So that Pluto energy, that transformation energy, that again, I'm seeing the image here of the butterflies stepping through the chrysalis, right? Going from the cocoon, opening out, releasing that. This is what's happening. And then on the top, we have Uranus. All right, so we have radically changing right now. This is all happening for you. This is your month. That's your birthday month. And around here, right? So there's so much, like I'm seeing like cataclysmic shifting going on for you, and just a tremendous amount of clearing. So what I want to say to you is make sure that you're caring for yourself. Make sure that you're taking care of the body. Make sure you're taking care of the energy. Make sure you're trying to eat right, get movement in your life, right? Water, all those things, those are really, really important right now. Okay. All right. So there's a lot of other context to this reading. I was very drawn to pulling a lot of oracle cards as well as this zodiac deck. So let's go see what we have going on in this regard. So in your unconscious, what's going on? What are you releasing? What archetypes are you dealing with? We have a few things. The first thing in reverse, we have small regrets and longing, but in reverse. So, and I'm feeling into this, and what's remarkable about it is that there is a pattern with some of you that feels like it's a sticking point, and I'll explain what it could look like, okay? and you have felt like, I just can't get to the energy. I just can't. Where is it? I want to get in there and clear it out. It's like roto-rooter for your chakras, okay? Now, on a greater level, I let you know so the type of healing work I do is I'm able to look at people's auras, and I can see where they're karmically clearing out energy, often from past lives, and they can be repetitive patterns that have shown up throughout many lifetimes. And they come through in different ways. They can be thoughts, they can be habits, patterns, they can be drama, scenarios, difficult situations that could be on all levels. So they're patterns karmic patterns that we keep repeating in some form. And so what many of us are letting go of right now, especially if you're watching this video and you're more than likely on your spiritual path, that means you're releasing a lot of these things, right? But there's some pattern, and we're going to get to what it is before the end of this reading, that's been sticking. And I can see it cycling through some of your energies, through your chakras. So through the sixth chakra, down through the left hip, okay, down through part of the first chakra. So for me, that's seeing things clearly from the sixth chakra. The first chakra is, again, right here, right? Individuality, the house of stability, the house of structure, the house of beginning, the Fool card, right? All the beginning. So there's something in there, we're going to get to it, I believe, because this is a collective energy, that you are releasing, and you felt like, I just can't get to it. I just can't get to the energetic adjustment. Now, I should say, this reading is multi-layered. Every reading, I set the intention that I'm doing Reiki energy clearing, whoever would be open to receive it. So that is part of it. So when I'm doing this, it's infused with that. It's activated. So we're releasing something, because this is in the reverse. So we're releasing a pattern. I'm going to acknowledge that. So some of you also right now are, interestingly enough, a lot of us can relate to this. You're wanting to, again, expand. Many of you possibly are either maybe wanting a job promotion, wanting to shift your job, wanting to make more money, wanting to start your own business, things of that nature. So there is a level of wanting to expand. But here's the catch. A lot of you see, in order to expand this work, whatever you're doing, you're going to need to invest, some of you, in either your education, coaching, a mentorship, or it could be a going to graduate school, something like that. So there's a concern, because you want to expand, but you have to invest. And so there's this catch-22, right? So we have the patron, mentorship, finances here. But then at the same time, we have the ambition, diligence, setbacks. So they're bumping up against each other. Notice that these literally are piggybacking on each other. We have the keys and we have the crossing swords. If you do follow Hecate, she's a lot in both of these cards. I do, so I see her in this. I'm taking you to the edge, I'm having you look at something, and you're going to have to resolve it. And it's not going to be straightforward. So how do we, again, there's the subconscious energy, how do we navigate through these decisions, which we want to do something, but we have maybe what we perceive as being limitations? I'm going to give you a little bit of wisdom on this, if this makes sense. So what I'm hearing from Spirit is, specifically with your spirit guides, ask your guides to make it very clear to you how you should step into your new role or gain your new training in a way that makes sense to you. That's your prayer. That's your hope. That's your ambition. Okay. And when you open up your energy and you say, show me how to get to where I need to go in a way that's in alignment, I will promise you that ways will start to part and open. Things will start to make sense. Things will come to you. You'll be blessed. Everything will start to fall into place. So don't be too concerned how you're going to be able to get in the driver's seat to take you where you want to go. It's something even miraculous this month could happen. I feel like you could be honored with either like a scholarship, or someone pays for it for you, or you're able to find a much less expensive version of it, right? Or someone says, oh, I'll teach you how to do that. So there's help is on the way, is what I'm really hearing. So as we're coming to what's coming up for the rest of the month, and we'll pull more cards on that. So this is energetics of what is, and now we're moving into what's coming. So the interesting thing is we have Gemini coming up, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have the air element coming in. Open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. So that's going to be something here for many of you, is that you're going to needing to advance where you are by education of some type, training of some type. That's what I'm getting. There's the air card, right? And then we also have productivity and creation coming through. And again, it's in alignment with the ambition and diligence card with the setback. So I'm going to just do some cards on this and see what Spirit's saying about coming up. This is for the rest of the month. Okay, there we have a card coming out. Okay, so we have Root Girl coming, the disowned self. So that's some inner child work. And then we have the Netcaster, preparations come to fruition. What this is bringing me is this sense of course, there's a choice here for you. There's healing involved. We can see the inner child work that's coming up for you. But we also have that you are being prepared for something, right? Something is coming. The Netcaster is saying preparations. So opportunities are coming. And the thing is, if you have a closed mind to things that are coming, the things you've been waiting for, you may not see them when they arrive. And in fact, that's where you have to work on, again, things like healing the inner child, being able to let go of this, right, the stuck energy we have. That inner child healing can also move through lifetimes. Sometimes it travels from lifetime to lifetime, I will say that. And so as you come, this opportunity that's coming your way presents itself. How can you prepare for that? And the way you can prepare is by healing yourself and getting clear and transmuting some of these energies. So the interesting thing I'm getting is that, especially towards around the 23rd or so, I'm feeling like for some of you, as we're transitioning into Cancer energy, there is going to be some opportunity that comes. There's going to be a change in atmosphere. This could even be you going on a trip, moving. There's a switch around that time, around the 23rd. There's something coming up, which makes me feel like in order for you to be ready for that opportunity or that shift, remember, you've got to get your mindset right and your energy right. So work on this self right now so that as things come up for the month, you're ready. That's really what I'm getting. I think it's fantastic energy. There's a lot, all that power you have. One thing I'm really getting, because here we have this, you're in the elementalist energy, which is all about transformation and wielding power and change, next to the 5 of Wands. So you want to decide and navigate, again, what are you doing with all that power? So use it for your highest good is really what they're telling me. All right, let's get you a final card for an oracle, just to see, okay? And again, I've really enjoyed doing this reading. Let me know in the comments how you've liked this. My channel is newer, and I would love it if you could subscribe, come and see me again. Let me know in the comments how you enjoyed the reading, and be sure to share it with friends and sign up for notifications. And let me know, especially because with the astrology readings combined with the Akashic, it's really what I feel connected to. So let me know how you enjoyed that. Okay, right away, this has been coming up in all the readings I've been doing. We're getting your star family is connected to you. So we'll say if you connect with, higher dimensional beings, they are watching out for you. So you can definitely connect with them as far as all the things, developing your intuition, looking for guidance, protection, all the things you're wanting, aligning with your soul's blueprint. And then finally, we have star bathing. Light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. So this is what I mean. All of you watching this reading are in a process of opening up and ascension. And as you go through this, remember the work you do on self is the work that's going to open you up to every single thing you've ever wanted, as far as energetics go, as far as life and inner balance and harmony. All right, so I'm going to also link a video right after this that I think you'll really enjoy that will help you release some of those blockages. So we'll see you in the next video. Take care.